Good morning, Internet, to a very quiet, diseased Pigpen. I have not even unpaused the game after loading it, just so I can share with you my unbelievably bad idea that if I had thought about it for any length of time, I would have been like, oh no, of course that's not going to work. What a dumb idea. If you notice, a whole bunch of broken pipes. My dumb idea was, oh, I can pump the liquid tungsten through a pipe into my steam room and condense it that way. Yeah, I broke all the pipes. Liquid tungsten, even through insulated pipe, broke really quickly. So yeah, we're just gonna take all that out. I was all excited, Bubble got back with the tungsten, and I was like, oh, this would be great. I can just have them, do this. And no. Not even a little bit. But I mean, it did make it all the way down there, so I'm thinking I could put something up here to slowly radiate off the heat. Yeah, it's just gonna make it all really hot. There's a bunch of really hot tungsten down there, probably. Some of it, yeah, it's a mess. It is an absolute mess. But hey, I got liquid tungsten. Alright, construction 7, get rid of it all. Yeah, so that's what I was working on. Bubbles was on their way back with the wolframite and the tungsten, all that stuff from that cargo run. And I was like, oh, just dump it here, and bad things happen. On a side note, every other time I've rummaged a crushed satellite, I got a data bank, but it looks like they've updated it and it now gives off other stuff. So there's 3 wart seeds. So that's kind of helpful. And my slowest dupe. No, don't repair, deconstruct. Yeah, duties 1. Deconstruct at a 7. I don't want, and of course you can't copy that, can you? No. Oh, maybe. Did that work? I don't think so. Stop trying to fix them and deconstruct them! Damn it. Construction 9. Don't fix them, destroy them. Alright, I'm gonna beat my dupes into destroying my mistake. Alright, that's better. Once the construction dupes got on the job, then everything happens much faster. Where do I have active cooling close by to the rocket? I just don't want them running through the base holding bottles of hot tungsten. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Oh, hey, that's working. Nice, we're killing critters. Well, what happens if I just dump it here on the ground? What if I just say some obsidian tiles with an obsidian temp shift plate? Like, yeah, it's going to dump a bunch of heat into here, but I can extend this cooling loop. I can get more supercoolant in it and cool that hydrogen right around there and suck the heat out that way. But let's see how hot it gets first. Alright, let them fix this pipe, give me the best chance of getting the tungsten. Oh, come on. This has been way more of a hassle than I expected, but to be fair, I did make a giant mistake and might possibly be making another one. But I at least want to fix that pipe before I start trying to pump the tungsten through it. Okay, pipes are fixed. We'll wait for the save. And now... that should let the tungsten out? Yes. Or it immediately turns into a solid. But that saved my dupes from having to carry the bottles, so far so good. I'm assuming at some point this insulated pipe will get hot. Yeah, it's coming up in temperature fast. Alright, well, we'll let that dump out. How much is in here? It was like 3 tons worth. Oh yeah, still got 2 tons left. Okay, that is going to rapidly heat that area. Alright, let's extend the supercoolant. So let's reconnect you. Reconnect you. This is why I left this here, because I keep having to use it for various things. And I think I don't need a huge amount of cooling. What I don't want to do is I don't want to overheat the supercoolant running back to the steam turbines. So I don't want to run it through the blocks. I think I just want to do that. I can't remember if the diamond press produces heat, but there. Dupes, come build. Well, there's a problem I thought of just before it started happening, which is it's actually hot up there to melt the granite pipes I'm making. Yeah. Okay, so we'll swap these over to igneous rock pipes. And yeah, that'll be better. Again, I'm not looking for a huge amount of heat transfer. I'm just trying to get some of the heat out of there. Okay, I think people are delivering supercoolant. No, not yet. Soon. Okay, looks like the liquid tank is empty. We're not dumping tungsten anymore. Yeah, and it's a bit toasty. How hot's the tungsten? That stuff comes down pretty quick, but I got 3 tons of it. I'm just waiting on dupes to build. Alright, supercoolant's going in, and looks like plumbing is done. Fingers crossed, everybody. Oh, there's still some granite pipes in there. Hopefully this cools them off before they melt. Alright, you are coming in at 14 and coming back out at 45. Oh no, now it's settling down. Okay. Okay, coming in at 14 and coming back out at 20, that I'm okay with. I might swap a couple of those out to radiant then. How's the temperature? Oh, the temperature's coming down rapidly. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just bouncing. Yeah, this is where this part of the game gets all sorts of confusing is, you know, what's actually happening? Yeah, that all seems to be coming down. Alright, let's attempt one radiant pipe. Do two. Two on either side. Yeah, I'm betting that's going to heat the supercoolant up quite a bit. And why is the music in the game broken again? I just realized it's obviously very quiet. Yeah, and then that will exchange heat. That will slowly come down. We are good. Oh, I'm still delivering supercoolant. I'm like, why is it making that noise? Because that pipe has supercoolant in it. That's also why I'm getting random ups and downs. Alright, I pumped in a bit too much. Okay, I think that crisis is now finally averted. This will slowly cool down. I don't care that that's hot. I've got active cooling in the important part of the base. Alright. Now I gotta figure out what is the plan for the next bit. Oh, I've got to send over more. That's what I was waiting on. You to collect rad bolts. Yeah, it was at 50, now it's up to 70. Now that I have tungsten, what I need is to go get niobium. But I'm actually running low of petroleum, so I'm going to have to send Bubbles back with this rocket, pick up another load of petroleum. In the meantime, I'm going to start building the third rocket over here so that we can use it to settle that planet. I think while Bubbles is en route, I'm going to reconfigure this so I can bring back 2 tanks of petroleum instead of 1. So I'm going to dump all the water into the pipes that I can and then empty that tank out. Alright, that's done. We do that. Oh no, oh. Yeah, there's a blob right there that I can't get rid of. Well, we're going to make a mess. And Bubbles, you get to mop it. Yeah, and I forgot to put food in here, but that's fine. It's a really short trip. And mop. And that's gone. There we go. Get back to building. As long as that... you got another 0.3 of a cycle. You'll be fine. And we need a rocket. And the rocket is queued up. Ooh, do I got one more space? I'm going off of this. Yes, I do. I can do one more solar panel. And there we go. Ooh, I don't know which platform Bubbles is going to land on. Let's just make sure it's top left. It looks like Bubbles has landed, so let's go let them out of the rocket, and they landed in the right place. Bubbles, you get out of there. That's all connected, and we want that disconnected so we don't dump anything into space. hook up the petroleum. Now, we have a lot of petroleum. The petroleum boiler obviously ran, filled up, turned off, did everything it's supposed to do. So even emptying out 2 tanks isn't going to do a whole lot to it. But it is going to take some time for it to fill up. Over here, we just delivered some food. Looks like they're coming to grab it. They're starting to make barbecue, which is nice. We just gotta wait for them to get more hatches, and then I think they'll be self-sufficient. There's only 2 dupes over here now. In the meantime, it's back to rocket construction. Oh, look at that gloriousness. Temperature has come right on down. It's in the freaking 60s. Yeah, so you get a heat spike when you first deliver the tungsten, and then that should be fine. Do I care that that's made out of gold amalgam? Nah. If it melts, and I'll learn something new, but so far the rocket that I made out of copper is working fine. Like this one's gonna get a little warm inside, but all this rocket does is ferry fuel back and forth, so what does that matter? And come down here. Yeah, we got a long way to go before we empty this out. And it looks like dupes can't attack through there either. When I was building my berry sludge farm, apparently I picked up a Sweet-a-leg, who is now living in my food storage. Luckily he doesn't eat any of it. And you're going to be there for a long time. I've tried marking him for killing and they can't attack through that corner, so he's just going to stay there and turn into meat at some point. I've got the pipes queued up so we can get water and oxygen. And yeah, building the rocket takes a long time. Alright, you, aiming there, aiming there, aiming there. How many rad bolts can you shoot? So let's do 250. Yeah, so you lose a few, but this will work. Once I get more radiation in there, I'll start putting on an automated thing to keep ticking it over. And I know there's an automation where I can change the direction of this. I'll have to play around with that. It looks like the petroleum is just about full. Yeah, so I got another 800. Let's grab some food. Since we're making the berry sludge over here. Once they load that up, then I can send Bubbles back, and I'll probably grab another dupe for the expedition. And the food is loaded. We need Bubbles and Gene. I moved over from base number 2. There's nothing left for them to do there. And right. Oh, it's the top of the cycle. We're waiting for Bubbles to wake up. There you are. Popped eardrums. Oh. Yeah, this vent down here has been doing a fine job of over-pressurizing everything. Good job. Oh, now I can start working on the interior of this rocket. I wonder if they're going to change the wall toilet. I mean, this idea of having hundreds of cycles of water stored up in pipes for it seems a bit overpowered. So I expect them to make some changes to it, because they make changes to everything. But, you know, getting started on the basic design and putting in all the pipes. And once we get some more dupes back, then they can build faster. And And Bubbles and Jean have returned. Just earlier I was thinking I should talk about how I'm still on the every cycle save, and yeah, the saves are slow, but you never know when crashes are going to happen. Well, I'm still on the every cycle save because you never know when crashes are going to happen. Hold on while I reload the game. Let's try this again and see what happens. Oh, it reloaded all the way back to them launching. Okay. Where was I on construction? Oh, I hadn't even queued up the construction yet. Well, even with an every cycle save, sometimes you lose a bunch of stuff you did. So let me queue this up again, save, and then we'll see if they can land. And they stuck the landing, but just in case. You can never save too often, you can only not save enough. And you guys, get out of there. You are hooked up, and fuel delivery. And the bed assignment thing still isn't quite working right. There was actually a game update in the middle of my game crash. Where's Bubbles? There you are. Oh, how did you get assigned in the other? I don't know. Maybe because you didn't have a bed in the other, but your tables didn't get assigned. Whatever. Just keep an eye on whenever you're moving dupes around that you actually give them a bed and a mess table. You'll find them all over the place. That's all queued up. Oxygen's going in. Fuel. Oh, they haven't finished the last pipe segment. There it is. We're good. And now we are on the process of building all the stuff inside the rocket. It will all look better. Ooh, I wonder if they fixed this, that I can now queue. There was a game update. Nope, you still can't queue the wall toilet until there's a floor. Too bad. Maybe the next one. Oh, I just noticed a bit of a problem. All of my water fell down here. And even though the gold volcano has been going off, it hasn't been enough to melt it. And now all this is, not evaporating. How? Yeah, I guess the easy answer is I need to bring this loop down to make sure it boils that water. It's annoying. Luckily the gold volcano isn't stupid hot. So this should work. Well, let's just make this out of tungsten. I'm just worried about the gold coming out and melting my pipe. But if I make my pipe out of tungsten, that should not be a problem. And then the rest of this can just be regular rock. Yep, it's just the stuff you have to do in this game sometimes. I was just noticing that these weren't running. I'm like, oh, because there's no steam in there. Alright, and there goes the new supercoolant in. The old supercoolant's gonna loop. Looks like we need another bottle of supercoolant. And there goes the water temperature up, and there's the steam. Now, I thought there was more water pressure in here. We'll see what it settles out at. I really thought the gold volcano would be enough to keep that, but I guess if enough water fell down there, then it didn't work right. Luckily nothing in here overheated, because the aluminum volcano was dormant. Yeah, pressure down there is 20, pressure up here is coming up. You know what? I think I'm going to call that enough supercoolant. If there's a couple of gaps in my passive loop, I'm not that worried about it. Okay, those are up to temperature. Yeah, that's multiple kilos. It just means we get more cooling out of this because we're going to come down here where that 95-degree water's landing. Ah, one of those days when you think you're going to get more done than you are. Of course, the game crash didn't help. And I'm hungry, and it's dinner time. So I'm going to call that good. We're building the rocket. This was mostly an episode of me saying, look, I messed up. Look, I messed up. Look, the game crashed. I mean, that's the way the game goes sometimes. I'm still having fun playing it. I hope you're having fun playing it too. If you have any comments, questions, want to tell me how dumb I was trying to pump tungsten through a pipe, let me know in the comments, and we will see you next time.